Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and you are listening to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. This is special field correspondent, my co-host with the most, Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I went, ran to a guy named Jose, and I said, "Do you know Hose B?" And he said, "No, the Hose will be on Triple B show every freaking Wednesday."
Well, you want, yeah. Well, you want, you want, you want the high price. You want the high price clientele, the escorts. So, you want to go up. You
Hey,
want to go
on this
upstage.
show, we're not picky.
No, no, we take all kind of donations, all kind of charity, because definitely
Yeah,
we need a lot of charity
A Hose and
doing
B
all these
Hose, A
podcasts.
Hose.
Yeah, doing all these podcasts. Like right now, I would take I don't know, I went to Haas's today, so I mean it
Oh,
was
we did.
hospitality. Yeah, it was it must have been Wednesday, get out of the house day.
How was the Hosses? Because April and me, 15 years ago, we would hit that place, at least
It was
once or twice
okay.
a week.
I took the staff out. I took the girls out because they were doing such a great job. But we
Oh,
got Mark from Steelers Nation. We got Devil. We got Ralph Williams and Chris in the house. But guys, just sit back, relax. We're gonna talk some Steeler football as always. And you guys are listening to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. So just stay tuned. And I'm getting this intro here right now. Well, there's a quick intro, a quick thing. We try to do stuff. We're getting a lot of people on YouTube, so hats off to everybody. I know last week we had a ton of people. We were talking. We had Mark from Australia. We did the Mike Tomlin discussion. Went over very well. He is the most positive guy that I know as Steelers lore. I mean, he doesn't get bent out of shape. And we got some discussions tonight. People can, you guys can chime in. There's some of them I'm not real happy with. Others I'm okay with, but we shall see. So I got some comments, and we're gonna, get them here out there. There's Mark. There's Devil. Ralph Williams. Yes, we will see you Sunday, Ralph. Ralph's got a whole change of format. He's off of Sports Corner Radio. He is going to be doing Pittsburgh local TV with all his shows. So I got one graphic for him.
I was in Pittsburgh walking to the parking garage, and I see him pop up, and I click, "Hey, Ralph!" Fantastic.
Yeah, and I got to do a couple other graphics for him, but it's not like I'm not busy. I'm trying to get some stuff done. So okay, Tom, let's go. My bowl was packed.
Your bowl's packed. Well, I'll tell you what.
Well, you know what that means. You know what that means.
I have the. You know what might need to get packed is the Steelers bags. Because did you read the news?
Well,
it came out a few hours ago. So the Steelers are targeted for a game in Ireland, and with the Rooney's ties to one of the Rooney's was an ambassador to Ireland. I'm sure they'll host a game there. But what are your thoughts on that, Bubba?
Well, what year is it? This year?
2025.
Okay, well, then we have a year to think about it. Because every time they play overseas, we do not do very well.
Well, I think you lose 2 games right after that. Could you come back? You're out of whack. I don't think it's a good thing.
Well, the travel, the time differentiation. I don't even know if that's a word, but
it's a good word now. Put it in the dictionary.
I mean, Mexico. I'm okay with Mexico. You know what I mean? You go down, you fly back. It's like it's like 3 hours difference, maybe 4. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But go to Ireland, and I don't know.
You know what? It might be worth to go to Mexico for the Mexican Cokes, because their Coke uses cane sugar and it's delicious. You can buy that at Sam's Club. I get it once in a while for the kids.
Really? Is that why they're all popping around the house?
They're not pop drinkers, so when they have it, they're like, they're all twitchy.
Devil says a game in Ireland would be cool, and at least they're not going to going to Australia.
I've been to Ireland a
Oh,
couple
he's
times.
pissing
It's a nice
Mark off
place.
right now. Mark's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, if they're going to Australia, we'd have to definitely. That would be a good thing, right?
Oh yeah. Mark's come 2 or 3 times to America. He's coming this year. At least they could
Unless
give
they,
him a match over there. A game over there.
yeah, unless they went to like Perth or someplace far from where he lives. It's like, oh shit, I got to get on a plane to go still see the Steelers.
Tons. Oh, he does not want. I don't want a game. Oh, he does not want a game there. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Too many. Okay.
Genghis.
Okay. Okay. I figured he didn't want to travel, but I think Mark just wants to get the hell out of Australia to see a Steeler game. So
yeah.
Okay. And we got Craig in the house. Oh, and Mark says, I'd rather go to Pittsburgh for beer and football. Okay.
Well, I was driving through Pittsburgh today, and they're building like right where the PPG Paints Arena. There used to be a vacant spot where the Civic Arena was, and now there's a building there.
Is there really?
On Pitt campus, they're building this wrestling and gymnastics event center right between Presbyterian and the VA hospitals. Is built again a huge building.
I love going to Civic Arena. I like the arena better than I do. Paints Arena?
PPG.
Yeah, I think those seats when you go up, they're like this, and then you look down, and you can lose your equilibrium and roll over and roll down the goddamn steps like a tumbleweed. So I always like the Civic Arena. I mean, I like Heinz Field better, but I think they're trying. And I wouldn't want to watch a Pitt game back in the old days when they had Pitt Stadium. And the Steelers did play at Pitt Stadium at one time in the 60s, but there's nothing for Pitt. And I know you just love to talk about Pitt, but they're on campus. Sports stuff is not good. Like say, go to West Virginia where it's a little bit more open.
So I got something that's fun for the off season. Okay, Bubba. I want you to guess, okay? And I know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't prep before and let Bubba know what I'm going to talk about because I want to see his reaction, okay? Because it's better that way.
Thanks, Burns.
Beer and hot dog prices at NFL games, okay?
Okay.
I was trying to figure out, what is a happy medium? And,
happy medium for me is like a beer for $1 and 2 hot dogs for 50 cents. That'd be a happy medium for me.
Yeah, like if a football game breaks out at Sheetz parking lot, that's exactly how much it'll be, Bubba.
Yeah, that's what it'll cost me.
So I'm going to go through some of these and see what you guys think. So Arizona Cardinals, what do you think the price of a beer is in State Farm Stadium?
In Arizona, I'm going to guess $35.
$7 for beer and $5 for hot dog. That's not too bad.
I tripled that. That's not bad at all. Okay.
No.
I thought it'd be higher.
How about Atlanta Falcons, Mercedes-Benz Stadium? If it's Mercedes-Benz, you think it's going to be expensive, right?
Right. I'm going to say I'm going to say probably $6 for beer and $4 for a hot dog.
Hey, if you're playing the price right, you'd win. It's $5 for a beer, $2 for a hot dog. Pretty good.
Hey, I go. Okay, I can't bitch about that.
Now, Miami Dolphins, same price for beer, but double the price for hot dog, right?
Okay.
That's the McDaniel's tax. They got to pay for his capris and his stupid sunglasses.
Okay.
Okay, Cincinnati Bengals. Mark, if you ever have to go to watch the Bengals play at Paycor Stadium, it's the price of beer and hot dogs are exactly the same, which is bullshit. But guess what it is?
I'm going to say $8 a piece.
$6 a piece.
So it's 12. So if you get a beer, $12 for a hot dog and a beer.
I'll just go through here so you don't have to guess. But Buffalo Bills at $7.75 and $6 for hot dog. That's stupid. You got to give the guy freaking quarters.
Yeah, that would. So
the guy's walking up and down these stairs. He probably has 5 pounds worth of quarters jingling against his nuts. That's a bad time.
Hey, I remember when I used to go to Heinz Field when I was a regular season ticket holder. Those beer guys made bank, and that was in the union. They were in the union. So I mean, they closed it down at like the third quarter. But since I've been back, You can actually get alcohol now.
Yeah, yeah. They can do that at college games. West Virginia, it's $9. That's what gave me the idea for this. $9. And the cheapest is Texas Christian is $3.
Yeah, Burns.
Well, yeah. For wieners when it comes to mama.
You smart ass. At least
Well,
I get my hot dogs cooked. I don't eat wieners. Thank you.
The Colts is $9 and $6 for a dog, which is expensive. Detroit Lions, the hot dogs, they got to come up with change is $6.50, and beer is cheaper than a hot dog at Detroit Lions for Detroit Lions games. So Tennessee Titans is $11 for a beer. Jaguars is $11.49. $11.49 in Jacksonville.
$11.49 at Jacksonville.
Yeah, for a beer.
$11.49 for a
a beer in New Orleans is $12.
I see you have a thing that you're going up here, and you haven't said Pittsburgh yet.
Well, New York Mets is $5 and hot dog $7. So Carolina Panthers is $10.49 and a price of hot dogs $5.99. I don't understand the change thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, Gizzly Gobblers. Yeah,
I don't know why. And they probably everything's they don't take cash anymore since
well, the Ravens are batshit crazy because it's $7.63 and $3.71. So
why would they do that? That's ridiculous.
I'm just going to go through. Cleveland Browns $7.50 and $6.75. Vikings $10.50. Giants $5. Cowboys $10. The Steelers.
Okay, let's get to the main. $9 and what? $9 for a beer.
Yeah, $9.55.
Wow.
And $6.79. So it's one of the more expensive.
Almost $10. So
the Seahawks. The Seahawks are about where the Steelers are.
Good God.
But I thought I'd just run through that with you. Kansas City Chiefs is $9.
It's nice to know. I'll have to take a 6-pack and stuff them underneath my shirts. Or back in the day, I would just crank like 3 Iron Cities before, you know what I mean? Before we go in, how much for the California stadiums? Tom wants to know.
Let me go back there. Let me go back. I have to pull it back up.
Okay.
Some of them were by like. Let me get through there. Los Angeles Rams is $11 and hot dogs $8.
Wow.
Chargers $11, $8 to the same stadium.
Yeah, you take a fan. You can't afford to go to games.
No, Cowboys are expensive too. Broncos are about the same as what we are.
Ralph Williams says you got to take Ralph says you got to take a loan out to go to a game anymore.
For our Eastern brethren, Philadelphia Eagles is $11.50 and $6.50. The 49ers is $12 and $6.
How much is it in Boise State? They don't have the
Vegas Raiders, $11 and $3. So hot dogs are pretty reasonable there.
Yeah, I'd be drinking out in the parking lot.
So there you go, Dynasty podcast fans.
Yeah, there's your beer stadium pricing, and we're pretty much hot on the upper higher echelon. Wow. Okay. And it's been a while since I've been to a game. I think the last game I've been to, well, that was Ben's last game, so that's why it was historic. So, and I haven't been to a game since. And I don't remember how much I drank, and I don't remember how much it was because I didn't care. Bubba remembers. Yeah, we used to drink pretty heavily way back in the mid 90s. I drank at Three Rivers, so I'm only going to eat Nathan's famous hot dogs. Okay, Craig. Got 1.5 ounces. Oh, that's still pretty pricey. Pricey. But I know. Okay, he's back on. Tell Mark what Steelers paid for beer and hot dogs, because Mark
$9.55, and I forget what the hot dogs were, but it's $9.55 a beer.
You better get drunk before you get in there, Mark.
Yeah, tie one on before.
Yeah, And he's like, good day. So anyway, I know Ralph Williams said something about the Steelers need to get a wide receiver because the Steelers actually cut a receiver as of yesterday. I don't know if you knew
Yeah.
this. So I mean, I have it written down. It was Denz Mims. He was a second round pick from the Jets. He never played much for the Steelers. I don't know what they're doing. They have a spot opened up on the 90-man roster, so I don't know what they're doing. And they also cut Trenton Thompson, their safety from last year, who filled in when they had all those massive amount of injuries and they were just needing anybody in the secondary to actually just try to compete. In the last 7 games of the season, he played 6. He had 22 tackles, 1 interception against the shitty Cincinnati Bengals. Now he's out looking for a job. So we're still looking at a chess piece, still taking pieces away and opening up stuff. I don't know what they're going to do. Nobody knows.
Well, I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to catch a little bit of Mark's optimistic fever, and we're going to talk about Calvin Austin, the turd, and how he's been killing it. I mean, he could be lining up for Dancing with the Stars. He's prepping for it because his routes are so crisp. And I can see that one judge, that Baldwin that just passed away, just holding up a 10 because he's just looks like
we haven't got any trades. We haven't got any speculations on any second wide receiver as we did before. Ayuk has not been happy with the 49ers from what I've been hearing. And he says Austin will be good and Van Jefferson's coming along. So there's opportunities for the Steelers. We don't need.
Hey, I want to talk about something else too for you guys. Not that I'm biased or partial, but slot cornerback Beanie Bishop, according to Steelers Now, he is in the competition for starting.
I was gonna. You know what? You actually took a little bit of the secondary looks right now very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, you got that big body from Texas being trained as a safety.
You could be right, Burns. They are, they might not make a play. I don't see nothing, and we have Pickens. That is correct. And I also seen the Justin Fields was talking about the quarterback coach as the most astute coach that he ever had, which I can't name our quarterback coach to save our life. As long as it's not Matt Canada, I'm okay. So, but also too, you're speaking about, Bishop, they're talking a lot about Ryan Watts too.
Yep.
Because he's so versatile. Versatile.
The North NC State kid.
No, Watts was the Texas kid.
Yeah, he's Texas kid and the NC. I can't talk today. And the NC State kid. Both those guys are just fantastic. They're gems. And I was talking shit during the draft about that Watts, but I was talking crap about him at cornerback. Him at a safety position, that's a whole nother ball of wax because his build is he's
6'2" and he could play. He's very versatile and he can play all the positions. So that's what's going to keep him probably on the team. So, but I mean,
I want to quote what they said in Steelers Now about Bishop. They said he lined up against bigger guys like Marquez Callaway, Van Jefferson, and then he lined up the smaller fast switch guys like Roman Wilson, and he won most of the battles in camp so far. So he's legitimately translating what he did in college to the more skilled professional athletes.
I think they like him right now, but I mean, Burns. Well, that's true about anything. I mean, that's why we speculate, on every Steeler podcast going out there today. It's all speculation, Burns.
But he's not.
I mean, everything's good.
I mean, smoked.
Yeah. I mean,
he's not getting smoked in practice.
And practice, if you play like you practice, that means when you get in a game, you're going to play a lot better.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to make the roster.
I'm going to play it when he gets 15 Rookie of the Year. Oh my.
And then they have that tackle, that Benton. He's a monster.
Yeah, I mean, our secondary right now with Joey Porter Jr. he could be in the top 10 cornerbacks this year. And he's getting paired with Dante Jackson. And signing Cam Sutton, it was a good pick. It was good because he adds depth and he's viable. Matchup in the slot. So our secondary, like I said before, I got to see how Trice comes back from injury. If he makes a difference, if he doesn't, because I know Cole Holcomb is starting to come over the hill with his recovery from his injury. When he was playing linebacker, I don't know. That's what I've heard though. And the Texas kid has to play safety. That's not necessarily true. I don't think, Burns. I mean, if he could play all kind of positions.
Didn't they waive that safety, Trenton
They
Thompson?
did. Trenton Thompson. Yes, they just waived him today or yesterday. 21-hour draft show next year. That's what Mark's saying. I'll have to call off. That was rough, man. Boy, was that rough going to, oh my God, going to work.
Shifts.
Now,
broadcast from the toilet.
Yeah, you know who the best receiver two we have? We don't even know about it yet. No, who is it? Who is it, Gene?
He's saying we don't know who the best two are.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'd rather have two that are about the same. I'd rather have, Pickens and two receivers that are about the same. And then you got three.
Hey, this is some lighthearted Zach Frazier news for all you Pitt fans.
Oh, I seen that.
I'm going to tell the fans exactly what happened. So Zach Frazier, if you can believe it, there's a picture of him on the interwebs and in the paper of him signing a Pitt helmet. Now, mind you, he did not go to Pitt. What do you think he's put on that Pitt helmet, that that gold Pitt helmet?
Well, I know because I read the article.
Eat shit Pitt, and then put a big line across the Pitt, and he signed that rascal. That's fantastic.
Ballsy. Especially if someone paid him, and it was a
$400 helmet. $400 helmet.
Yeah, and whatever the autograph was, like, you're not fucking having Pitt eat shit on your football helmet if you're a Pitt fan.
Hey, Bubba, you're a big guy, but I'm sure you're not going to tell Zach Frazier to not sign a Sharpie on if you hand him a Pitt helmet.
I'm not going to tell him to put fucking eat shit on it.
That's funny. I mean, that just is crazy. Someone had to really have some big
go.
balls. Yeah.
Tell everybody a little bit about it.
So, guys, I am doing a podcast, and it is called the West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia, and the logo is a little cartoony. It's kind of fun, and that's all it is. It's basically talking shit. Middle of the summer, we're going to be fully rolling with it. I have vacation coming. I've traveled for work, so I don't want to start like mid through that. So,
well, you said a great name. There you go.
So, what I'll do is I'll log off on this podcast, and I'll show you guys on the other one, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, Shane will be back. I'll be doing autographs saying the Bengals are cunts. Well, that's good, but if you could get a Cincinnati Bengal helmet, you'd have to get like a black Sharpie because their helmets are shitty. They are. So I don't know where Shane went. So he's disappeared. So I look, people. I've been on the go. I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I got 3 days before my big wrestling event, so I've been like going bonkers the last couple of days. It's been 95 degrees out in the heat, doing stuff. No, here he is. Okay, I clicked it.
All right, guys. Sorry, I had it off. Put my other thing off. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what it looks like, just so you can see.
Well, Burns says it's there you go. It'll be a good podcast. WNEV, something like that. 8 watching. Oh, okay. Awesome. Hit like. All right. Sweet dreams. All right.
So I'm distracted by hearing myself an echo. So
it messes me up too. 2 shares. Two Shanes. Yeah.
So it's going to be.
He's getting it up momentarily, everybody. His new podcast.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Mark and me were drilling him last week about
give me a little bit of, and I'm
jumping off the ship and do his own stuff. Sometimes it's better to do your own stuff because then you don't have to be dealing with the craziness of other people, and you can do stuff and be creative and don't have to worry about if someone doesn't like your stuff. And it needed to happen. Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
And West Virginia's got a big market for football.
All right.
I like the cartoon schematics.
Okay, I'm gonna share it now. I had to find and pull it up because I have a million different things up on this screen. So technology is wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just share it.
Yeah, it is. Okay, there it is, people. Look at that. He's a mean mountaineer.
Yeah, it's just a cartoon. He's not real.
Yeah, I like it.
So, Bubba, you show it, but it's going to be WVU is going to be in front of it because guess what? Mountaineer Mafia is something from like 10 years ago. Someone was doing some like 4x4 off-roading stuff, so we had to change it. So
as you put WVU in it, you got 3 things. Boom. Yep. You're good. So when he gets it out, everybody, I'll share it like I always do. Subscribe to it. You know what? Even if you're not a West Virginia fan, you'll be entertained by Shane's knowledge of all concepts, and you might learn something about West Virginia football. I know I do. Even Burns says he likes it.
Well, that's good, Burns. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, Burns a Penn State fan, so yeah.
Still Burns, like literally I have until Friday or Monday to get those to order those extra tickets, but I have to order like an extra.
So West Virginia is playing Penn State?
First game of the year.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
In Morgantown. So I have tickets, but I don't know if I'll be able to go because my kid has it's going to be a noon game, which sucks. It should be like PM
prime
game.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be prime time.
So speaking of a little bit of controversy, because I don't, and we talked about it last week, and I know, and he even posted this on Twitter, and let's get to this real quick because it is a Steeler podcast. So, with Cam, there he is, Mr. Cam Heyward. Okay. He texted this like approximately 2 days ago because people I think the media is just looking for shit to put out there anyway. So they have nothing to do because now it's in the middle of, it's in that sweet spot, mandatory mini camp, nothing until training camp. There's nothing to fucking talk about. So the news people are just looking for something to do. But he posted this on his Twitter. Okay. That was 3 days ago. He's got 185K on there. So, he put it out there because sometimes you have to defend yourself. I'm sure when you're a player, because you hear it all from, I cannot see him. I don't give a shit. I cannot see him being a Cleveland Browns. So, and I know they do that to every Steeler from going back to Franco Harris when he left and went to Seattle, Rod Woodson, Kevin Green's contract was up and he went to the Carolina Panthers. Who else? Who else am I missing? Troy Polamalu. He didn't go anywhere. He just slowly retired. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, let me put that on.
What do you
we'll just have to wait and see.
The new purple Ravens helmets.
I could give a fuck less about that. I could give a fuck less. I hate the fucking Ravens. They don't even look fucking purple. It looks like fucking Pepto-Bismol.
They look like somebody's fancy towels that your wife doesn't want you to use in the.
Like lavender. It looks like fucking lavender. Well, fuck the Ravens because I hate them. And I fuck them all. And realistically, this is what I was going to get to. I go back to some comments here, see what people saw about that. Let's see here. The Ravens. He's laughing. 7-1 we are. This is what Burns' comment. Him and Mark will be like, "Shut up, Burns." See you, Cam, being a human. 50 doesn't hold up a Lombardi. Ooh, well, it's been a while since we held up anything, Burns.
I don't think anybody except for Tomlin remembers what that thing feels like.
Nobody knows. Tomlin probably doesn't remember.
Doesn't remember.
Wait.
What?
Is that what? Wait a minute. No, he's got to be faking this. This is not. Somebody took over Mark's. That cannot be. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? He got hacked. Yeah. That's funny. That is funny. So, speaking of craziness, before we get out of here, and I want your discussion on this, and we'll get some discussion. Now, the Steelers fire Cam. Oh, my God. Well, I don't think they'll fire him. Devil, I don't think they'll fire him. This is another thing that it's big news, which I know the Steelers don't want any part of this shit right here. They don't want no part of this. I want to get your take, Shane, on this Hard Knocks, where they're going to have it following the whole AFC North, and it's going to be the final 6 weeks of 2024 season. So let me hear your take on that, and maybe some other people chime in.
So here's the thing. They have been trying to get into the Pittsburgh locker room to do this for years. And it's been not a no, but a hell to the no, no. Tomlin does not want this touch it with a 10-foot pole. How they sold it to him is if it's all of the AFC, and it was pretty much forced down his throat.
Yep.
So now you're getting a little bit of the Bengals, you're getting the Ravens, of course you're getting the Browns, the Steelers. But I like that more than just having the Steelers. But I am really excited to see what happens in the locker room. Of course, it's going to be all churched up.
Well, I mean, it's going to be they're not going to do nothing crazy. Like, I like watching the Steelers stuff in like highlights, not on HBO, because that stuff is just all bulletin board material. Every team that does that, it ruins their whole seasons. I don't think we need that. I mean, I get enough fucking Steeler news being a podcaster and just living in Western Pennsylvania. There's Steeler stuff every day. And like, yeah, Tom's right. Yeah, exactly. I don't think the players and the teams have to even, deal with that, because they put their own promotional stuff every year when they do their, like when I was a season ticket holder, I would always get a Steelers highlight video every year. I mean, I would take more than one. They pass them out, and I'd take like fucking 10 of them, and I'd like be going down the Escalade, putting them in my vehicle and going back to the bar after the game. So I mean, oh jeez, standard's a standard, Burns.
Editing's editing unless you're cutting it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, maybe if you'll need a dictionary. Oh my, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes his media stuff, I can't understand it. Sometimes, like, he talks in circles because he's never telling you what you want to. He's never going to tell you what you want to hear, and he's not going to do that on Hard Knocks. And he's probably not want to be, and he's probably going to be videotaped, like his back towards him, because he's not going to fucking give him an interview, and it's going to ruin the mystique of the games and shit.
Do you think they're gonna dub him? They're gonna do this and dub him? Like,
maybe he'd be like, "Get the fuck out of my locker room." I don't like it. I just think that how much more do we have to see any NFL team, excluding the Steelers, in this kind of thing when we have the NFL Network, when we can go and watch football 24/7 on the NFL Network at any time?
I'm gonna watch it though, and I know you are.
I don't know. I don't. What am I going to get? Steelers? You're going to get what? 1 week Steelers, 1 week Cleveland Browns. Are they going to do that? Or are they going to do every 15 minutes is going to be every 15 minutes is a different team?
Steelers 15. It's just going to be mixed up, I think, week to week. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, Mark says he's watching it. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I mean,
HBO, so I can watch the.
Yeah, I have HBO Max. I have Max. I have all that streaming stuff, but I just feel that it's just going to be, like 10 minutes of Cleveland, and then you're especially if they're playing each other. Pittsburgh's playing against Cleveland because they are probably in the last 6 weeks. I know they're playing the Ravens, so the team's going to talk shit on the Steelers, and the Steelers got to get their shit in order. to play the team that week. And, it's really dynamic ratings, I don't know.
Mess of a time for to be in the Steelers locker room when they're having that turmoil at quarterback. And
well, I don't think they'll have turmoil at that time. In the last 6 weeks of the season, that they should be getting playoff.
This isn't from last year. It's
this year.
Oh,
the final 6 weeks of 2024. So the Steelers will be looking to get in the playoffs. So I don't want any distractions.
That'll be
for that.
I just didn't want to rehash the hot mess from last year.
I don't like it either, Tom. I don't like it either. I think the last 6 weeks, that last 8 games is brutal anyway. It's like every game is like fucking 300. Like we're going to go against the world and fucking,
Yeah, it's
Gerard Butler is going to be like
the pass of Thermopylae all over again.
Yeah, so it's nothing that I want to see personally. I really don't care because I just want to see the Steelers. I'll see enough. Like there's enough Steelers shows out there that shows the Steelers. I don't want to know the Steelers behind the scenes. I don't want the curtain to be fucking pulled out, and I don't need to see that. That's just like, no offense, it's like a movie or wrestling or something. I don't want the curtain. I want to be entertained. Yeah. I don't want to know. I just want to see the Steelers throw a fucking 80-yard touchdown and bang, or a fumble recovery running in by Cam Heyward for a touchdown. I'll just put that out there since we're talking about Cam, So, well, thank you so much. And you said Latrobe. She said Latrobe here. She's going to training camp on the 8th. I'll have to check my schedule, and then maybe we can meet up and say hello. And then
we're pointing at her like, look who I'm with.
Yeah, I'll do video. Yeah, I like to go down. I don't know when. I don't have my planner in front of me. I don't know when the 8th is.
I'll pull it up here and see it on my calendar.
No, it won't. No, I can do a pod. I like to do a podcast right from training camp, but at 9:00 at night, though, the security will get me the hell out of there.
Thursday.
What day is it?
Thursday the 8th.
I'm good. I don't have any podcasts on Thursday that I know of, unless I do an interview for somebody else. I'm good, so I can go right after work because I work half hour away. So definitely, we're sitting right behind a bench for the Texans game. Oh, now I don't think I'm going to any games this year. I don't think so because I don't know, because Tammy doesn't like it. Has to be a warm weather game for her because she's not going in the cold. And it's a morning practice. Well, the morning practice is, I know I get off at 3:30.
I could go. You might have to have a sick day, Bubba. Maybe have an upset tummy.
Yeah, it's a long way away.
Sheets, maybe a bad sheet.
Okay. Oh. Fuck you, Burns. Just fuck you. Yeah, I would be yelling 17-0. He did say he was coming on and cracking. He was cracking some Miller Lights at his house before he
Burns. This is our plan. This is our plan, so we can sponsor our booth.
Yeah, we're trying to get him to come over, Burns.
We're gonna sponsor our draft, Bubba, by doing this. We're gonna set up outside of the stadium before tailgating, like early. We're gonna put Burns in the Steelers jersey and have him sign $5 a pitcher as the punter.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Get ready, Burns. We'll get you a jersey, and we're gonna put Johnson, right?
It'll be like a half. Like 1.5 is his number.
Burns does look like Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him the other day at the convenience store. I was getting a breakfast wrap.
You saw Brian Burns?
I did. I saw Brian. He's alive. Yes, I saw him at the convenience store at Martin's. I was getting a breakfast wrap at Martin's convenience store because the wrap was fucking so good because you get all the meat. It was like it's better than a Sheetz wrap, breakfast wrap.
What's the name of the AM show where you do they have the alien encounters and Bigfoot sightings? You need to call into that and tell him you saw Brian Burns at the Sheetz. And
well, he called me today and he drove by my house when I had my wrestling ring up out in the yard, and Yeah.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this whole wrestling thing is a lie. He just wanted to get a wrestling ring in his front yard as a lawn decoration.
Yep.
So the joke's on you. There's going to be no match next week.
No show. Nope. I was. No, I wasn't ordering the whole side. I just got the breakfast wrap. I did get 2 fucking pieces of breakfast pizza, Burns. I did. I love breakfast pizza.
What's a breakfast pizza?
Breakfast pizza is like eggs and ham and all this stuff on pizza. Like when you like you would have an omelet, but it's on pizza. You never had breakfast pizza?
No, man. I have never had Arby's. I was 25 before I had Burger King.
Holy shit, Shane. Yeah. And go to Sheets. Now, look, you can go to Sheets in the morning. I know you don't have to because, I mean, if you ever went to Sheets in the morning, they make these sandwiches and they have breakfast pizzas. So you get a small pizza. It's probably like that big, cut into 4. So it's like something small. Like it's like one big pizza.
I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich last night late for my kid. I had one bite of like a corner of it. It gave me heartburn so bad I was up most of the night. I can't eat anything with like bread.
Oh, wow. I don't need to eat bread. Bread's my kryptonite. That and chocolate chip cookies and Oreo and Blizzards and hamburgers and 9th Street Deli hoagies, and I could keep going. Yeah, and he did that. He did yell that. Yeah, he told the ladies like he'll take it all on the fucking menu. He did yell that.
What did the woman say when you said that?
She just like I didn't know it was him behind me. I'm ordering, and he's like, and Burns is like, oh, he'll just take it all. And I turned around and go, fuck you, motherfucker! I didn't know it was you. Yeah, he was. I think he was getting I don't know, gum or something. I don't know what he was getting. He wasn't getting. Fuck you.
Hey, Bubba, did you see Mark sent that message to us in the email that he wants to do a 15-minute clip after the show tonight?
Oh, righteous. We will do that. We'll talk about something. We'll switch it off. Yeah, that's what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing after our show. We're going to do a small little segment with Mark, and we're going to do a video, and it's not going to be live. It's going to be recorded, and it'll be aired tomorrow or whatever, or we're going to jump it on his show or whatever we're doing to get the algorithms up and to get more, because right now we're pretty close to 70 subscribers. We need to get 500, and we need to get 3,000 watch hours. So, he was getting Mountain Dew and 2 cans of snow. Well,
you really chew and drink Mountain Dew?
I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah, we're doing whatever we got to do. 2 cans of snuff and Mountain Dew. That's kind of deadly. So, but yeah, we're going to do that live.
In West Virginia, it comes in there's a trifecta. It's two cans of Skol, a 20-ounce Mountain Dew, and a pregnancy test. It's called the Friday Night Special.
Well, Burns had a couple of those. But look, guys, it's in the middle of volunteer camp to training camp. So I mean, any Steeler news is something. And like I said, I got the newsworthy topics of Steelers Nation as we were speaking, and I know there's going to be more stuff. Training camp it's going to be July here very, very soon. It's going to kick it off, and then camp I like to do some live stuff, even if I have to use my phone or to shoot some small vignettes. We're going to go down and I'm going to try to get a Kuntz autograph for Mark. I'm going to try to get Kuntz on to do a video to, here's how I'll do it. I was like, hey, I said, I need you to do a video for one of your biggest fans in Australia, and I'm sending it to him. And then we'll do it. And then
I'll dress up like a 20 strong man with just like the one thing over my shoulder and a fake barbell.
And I'll tell him that you want to play him in pickleball.
And then I'll hold a sign up, or maybe a bikini or something.
I just gotta locate him, and I was like, hey, I just want to tell you, hey, you got a big fan in Australia. He has a Steelers podcast, Steeler Nation Australia. I said, can you cut a promo? If I can get Big Ben to fucking talk, I can get Christian Kuntz. I can get anybody if I do it right. If I can just try. So that's my because I'm going more than once, so I have more opportunities. But, I'll make a big sign. And hold it. And
we should get like a big. We should get like a big, like a little, like in the corner, have like the Australian flag kind of faded
right.
into, and just say,
Steelers Nation, Australia's number one Steeler, Christian Kuntz, long snapper. Mark wants to play pickleball with you, or you game, and that's a big fucking marquee.
Christian Kuntz, but not like those ones.
Right. Well, we'll work on it. I'm going to work on it. I mean, I'm working on a lot of stuff. It's not like I don't have a lot of stuff in the oven. Believe me, I got tons of stuff going on.
This week you're going to take a breath.
Well, I'm gonna regroup and then do whatever. But we'll do that. I'll come up with some ideas for training camp and try to get. The mission is to get Christian Kuntz to do a video about saying hello to Mark on Steelers Nation Australia. And he'd be like, hey, this is Christian Kuntz, and you're watching Steelers Nation Australia. Fuck off, mates. Oh, that would be good.
Hey, Kuntz doing? Kuntz? How you guys doing? Is that how he says it?
I'm not buying you a case of Foster's, Burns. There ain't no way.
That. I don't even think that's...
I'll get you a six-pack of fucking Natty Light.
Yeah, Natty.
Natty Light.
Natty Light. Natty it up.
Natty it up. So, hey, let's go. Daniel, how you doing? But like I said, we're going to do this stuff with Mark afterwards. We'll be back next Friday. I'll be back next Thursday for my experience. I'm going to be Thursday because actually Robbie Mears is coming home Friday night. So I'm doing something. Rob wants to do something Friday, so I can't do the experience. So I'm going to do the show tomorrow night at 9.
What does Rob do Friday night? What does Rob Mears do on a Friday night now that he's
I don't know what he does in Colorado on a Friday night. I don't know. Skiing? I have no idea. I don't know. He texts me. He's like, I'm coming home, Bubba. He goes, so I put the bat signal out for all the guys, and we're gonna do something Friday. And I it's not like I'm not busy, but hey, I haven't seen Mearsy in 5-6 years.
Really?
Yeah, I got drunk at his cabin party one time. It was bad. I was hammered.
Oh, out.
He had a cabin up in DuBois, man. I was
DuBois.
I was destroyed. But hey, before I get out of here, I want to give. I know if anybody's showing up in Indiana County, if anybody pops on, and I want to thank all the sponsors for my show coming this Sunday. Of that, I want to. Give a shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for sponsoring the APWF show, the return this Sunday, and also Wellness for Veterans. All the sponsors, thank you for all your support. And percentage of the tickets are going to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. This is Evolution. Bell time is at 3 p.m. Doors open up at 2. I will have a meet and greet with the NWA World Heavyweight Champion EC3. I got my wrestling ring. So this is a go, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stressed out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yucatan, what was the deal? What was the measure for me to get spray tan Steelers Dynasty on my back as like a tramp stamp? What was the deal there on my butt?
I thought we needed 500 subscribers or something.
Oh, that's right.
Something like that.
I thought it was pre-sales. I thought I was going to have to get
that. Well, no. Well, I don't know. Well, we got a lot of pre-sales. I mean, we're close to 200. So, I mean, hopefully, the people know. My tag team partner is my wife, Burns. That's the only partner I got anymore, man. And I want a big shout out to the staff. Tammy's been doing great. Larry Stryker's been good. Chris Coleman, everybody's been doing so. I mean, hats off. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. So anyway, thank you guys for popping on tonight's Steeler Dynasty podcast. We talked about a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be hard knocks, ladies and gentlemen. So we are gonna hook up with our boy from Australia, and we're gonna do some recording. So please, if you haven't subscribed to our show, Steelers Dynasty Podcast, please do. We appreciate it. We're trying to get our views up, and please hit like and subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed to Mark's show, Steelers Nation Australia, please do. It's a great show. He puts a lot of material out, and he works his ass off doing Steelers informational podcasting. So, I mean, God bless him.
If you don't support Mark, he's going to go back to doing OnlyFans, and
only pickleball.
Yeah,
pickleball. Only pickleball fans. I don't know. Is that a big thing?
Yeah, Afton, give us a like, thumbs up.
Yep. Look at the helmet. Look at the helmet. Let me see one more time. I'm going to give the helmet plug here. There it is.
Nation Australia.
Yep. Look at the helmet. He's a Steeler fan, man. So there's nothing wrong with that. Only ruse and shitting on the Bengals. Okay. Well, everybody, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next Wednesday talking Steelers, talking other stuff, just shooting the shit as me and Shane does. So, Shane, thank you once again for popping on as always. And everybody, thanks for tuning in. And we will see you guys next Wednesday night live, 9 p.m. That's how we do it, live. We're in living color. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.